Hello, my name is Karl-Heinz Rauscher. I'm in the middle of an online workshop which I facilitate for an organization in Israel, the Constellation Path. And yesterday we did a collective constellation with collective issues in Israel. And in the evening we stopped the constellation and we will go on with more healing today. But just in case somebody wants to do a written documentation about the collective constellation, I will just name now all the positions so we can remember which positions we used in the constellation and where they were in this phase of the constellation. Okay, so I will do that now. In the middle here is the land. Here is Israel. Here is the people connected to Israel. Here are the people connected to Palestine. Here is Palestine. Here is violence in society. Here is the people, other than those other two portions, people connected to Israel and people connected to Palestine, the rest of the people here. Here are the people who died on the land in all times. Here is the exclusion of Arabs in Israel. Here is violence against children. Here is violence against men. Here is violence against women. Here is political instability in Israel. Here is Jerusalem. Here is the center. Here is the refugees. Here are dead refugees. Here is immigration. Which is very close to here, unresolved trauma in Israel. Here are tortured refugees. And here on the side is supremacy worldwide. This was more in the center in the beginning. It came out after we found the original trauma. Supremacy worldwide. Here on the other side is Christianity. And here is Jewish religion. Jewish religion was in the very center in the beginning and came here to the side after we set up the original trauma. Here is corruption in government. Here is shame right next to Israel. Here is Islam And Islam was also in the center before. It came out after we saw the original trauma. And here is separation in society. And here is the ones who do the separation. And here is the original trauma. Here is patriarchy. And here is the nation who is connected to patriarchy. And here is distrust in Israel society. Here are the perpetrators of the original trauma. Perpetrator 1, perpetrator 2, perpetrator 3, for many perpetrators. And here are the victims of the original trauma. Victim 1, victim 2, victim 3, for many victims of the original trauma. Here is matriarchy. And here is the ancient nation of the land. Here is the goddess. And here is the first Israel tribes. Here are the Egyptians. And here are the Assyrians. And then we established some things which we thought we could go in the course of the healing towards those positive positions. And this was here as an aim to go safety. Peace. Permission that we are all one. Connection. Love. Unity. Freedom to be yourself. Freedom to be your true self. I get goosebumps when I step into this. Okay, so these are only the names of all the positions right there now. And there will be some body reactions and soul reactions in the group. We have about 50 people in the group caused by what we saw in the constellation and who created the first trauma and who was victimized then. And it already caused some solving, healing movements in Israel society, here in the constellation. But it's not all through. We need more time with it today, and we will talk about it now when the workshop begins today, goes on, and then I expect that we all decide to do healing voices, to insert the shamanic healing energy to the original trauma and see further healing movements today. Thank you.